trade is muted so far today, still reeling from last week's weakness. Independent market analyst Karl Gevers joins us now for the latest market moves. Thank you very much, Karl, for your time this afternoon. The rand is broadly flat so far today, with market players still on edge after the currency struck a record low last week. What are we seeing at midday trade?
Yeah, good afternoon, Dudu. Our market has been subdued and even on the JSE slightly mixed. The last we saw the JSE All Share was up about 20 basis points. And in terms of the currency, as you said, the rand remaining roughly where it ended last week, currently at 19 rand 70 or just under 19 rand 70 to the dollar. Again, mainly there's no relief really from the local news that impacted it last week. You know, the governor's comments, we've still got load shedding, which is an overhang in terms of sentiment, and the political issues with the Russian story. So that negative sentiment remains. However, if one looks globally, there is hope that the likely, or at least that the debt ceiling in the US will be lifted, which would avert a default on that side. So that might bring a bit of a rally and might bring some relief to the rand, given that the dollar probably would trade slightly weaker post that. But we do have holidays today in the US and some European countries that are closed, so it'll remain a thinly traded day.
Okay. Almost 90% of Steinhoff shareholders have rejected the restructuring deal that aimed to prevent bankruptcy. The retail holding company is now on track to default on its debt in June. Pray tell what's going on?
Yeah, so this is the restructuring proposal that was brought to the Dutch regulator. So it's a WHOA, which basically will prevent the company from going into bankruptcy and assets being sold in a fire sale. All the lenders supported the restructuring proposal, but again, the shareholders, in fact 90% of shareholders voted, didn't support it. The proposal would basically lead to lenders postponing repayment, which is due in June this year, so very soon. Steinhoff would delist, and then shareholders would only share in 20% in terms of their equity of what's left over. So I think shareholders certainly holding out for a better deal, you know, that German stockholder group is looking for an independent restructuring agent that would take over. So I think that story continues, and Steinhoff will have to see what they can do in terms of that process.
Mix Telematics has announced upcoming investor conference schedules for May and June this year. Help us make sense of the numbers.
Yeah, so Mix reported last week, so not a bad set of results, especially on the top line. So they had subscriber revenue up 17.2%, and also their subscriber numbers breaching the million subscriber level. Earnings per share were down slightly given the restructuring and acquisition costs, and also the dilution from an acquisition where they issued shares. So I think overall not a bad result, but I think being listed in the JSE and also with American depository receipts on the New York Stock Exchange, they are having two investor conferences in the US and just announcing the dates for that. Mix Telematics obviously in the similar space to Karoo with their CarTrack product, and also Netstar, which is part of Altron. So quite a big industry within South Africa, but they also operate globally.
Okay. Karl Gevers is an independent market analyst. Thank you very much for your time.